coming to you live on your chin. Oh, kid. Oh. This is the Goin Deep Show.
Let's do this.
Ah, shit. Yeah.
Fighting for the powers of evil. Because good is down. This is the Goin Deep Show. I'm the kid. Welcome to the fucking gram. Joining me today, the one,
El
the
Presidente.
only, El Presidente. One thing I've done here over the past few shows, we're bringing back some of the things. I say this from time to time. When we started this show, it was a bunch of guys getting together, talking some smack, talking war stories, doing certain things. So the one thing that I brought back is a lot of, we want to tantalize people. We want to get our minds going stimulation-wise. Mm-hmm. So I've pulled out our old Fiend archive, which is the old porn.tumblr.com domain that we used to have and use. So again, for those of you who don't know, we're going to be, I'm probably going to kick back live streaming here very soon on YouTube, streaming live. So I'm working in the next few weeks on rearranging some stuff. I'm going to take this screen, I'm going to move it over there. Camera's going to be hooked up. So all the stuff that is seen here on the YouTube channel, we'll be able to stream out and see that live. And when we bring up an article, I'll be able to, boom, it'll be popping up on the screens and stuff. It's going to be fun, as we always do here. Yes.
Hey, isn't today somebody's birthday that just was in the studio on Sunday?
Oh my God, it is.
Yes.
Dun 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 dun. It's your birthday. Yes, Duke's birthday.
Yeah.
No shit, man. That's a good call. We should call him and bug him.
McLovin Duke.
If I had my
gentleman himself.
If I had time, I would call his ass right now. Seriously, today's his birthday.
Is. Yep.
So, dude, we should fucking call. Would you let's just.
He's such a young studly man.
We haven't done this in a while, where we actually call somebody up live on the fly.
Yes.
Okay. So I don't know if this is gonna work, but let's try. Let's see what we get here. Put him on speaker.
Hopefully he has gotten his.
Or is no longer in service.
The
What?
phone. What? He canceled his phone
Somebody
service.
needs to pay his bill.
Well, what the flying fuck is that about? Wait a minute. That's one number. Let me try a different number here now. Let's see if this one works. So that one doesn't work. I got another number for him here. We will persevere. We'll figure this out. Let's try this number now. See if this one works. This one could work. There we go. Okay. Colin, this is the Duke. He's going to be sleeping.
Hello.
Hello. I heard it's somebody's birthday today.
Uh-oh.
Are you getting your
It's not?
birthday
Is it tomorrow?
blowjob?
Or is it yesterday?
Who's out here having goddamn birthdays?
We're in the studio. We're in the studio right now.
You are live.
El Presidente, you're getting recorded live right here on the podcast. Can you believe this shit? You're right on the mic, so you're right in here.
Yeah, dog.
Did I wake you up?
In that case, today is my birthday.
Well, no, seriously, was it? He brought it up to me. I can't.
I'm the dick.
He's
No,
like,
it's today.
we did okay. So we did a good thing. We haven't done a live call in a while. I was like, yeah, just fucking call him up, man. It's fucking birthday. Let's do this shit.
Oh damn! I was gonna give the special cell phone answer too.
Oh yeah, what special cell phone is there? I have two.
Murphy's Pizza and Abortion Clinic yesterday's sauce is today's sauce. Would you like to try our Anne Frank ovens?
Oh, that's better than Joe's Morgue. You stab him, we slab him.
That would have been good. So yeah, dude, I just want to call and say happy birthday, man.
Thanks, dude. I appreciate it.
All right, dude. I'll let you get back to what you were doing. Were you having fun? Were you having a little diddle time?
Taking a shower.
All right.
Oh, a little shower action.
Yeah.
You got to clean.
appreciate it, man.
You got to clean your wang off after you're having some fun, right?
Oh no, I'm covering that part up with my hands, so that's the only part that's not clean. Dirty.
All right, brother, man. We'll see you soon. Happy birthday.
Right,
Happy birthday.
All right. Talk.
Thanks.
All right. Bye. That was perfect.
Oh man,
I love doing that shit.
Yeah.
It's been a while since we've done the old call-ins like that. We got to do that more.
I remember you did that once, and I was watching the Dirty Eight or the whatever the Quentin Tarantino Dirty Eight or Hateful Eight
Hateful
movie.
Eight.
Yeah. So
I love that. Hateful Eight. When you call randomly and then they're put on the spot like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like what? I was listening to an older episode of the show, which you can now hear live on 8hole.com. It was Wombat from Australia. He would call and leave voicemail messages. And years ago, it was a time when Oprah Winfrey was going to Australia, and he would call in every day, like, Oprah's still here, take her away, I can't stand her, Oprah's here, right? So the one time he says, please, someone just come and kill Oprah. Like, he says it. He says it. He's like, get her out of here. And Wally and I are in the studio. We're like, dude, we've had Oprah our entire life, so and you can't handle her for fucking 7 days.
Yeah.
It's like fucked up.
Turn it off.
So he's like, yeah, somebody go and hurt Oprah. And I was just like, I can't condone that. I said, because if something like that happened
in real life,
Oprah would get shot, her face would fall off, and then she'd start eating it. That's what I said. I said this. This is how ridiculous that I was.
Yeah.
I'm still a little ridiculous. Not to that extreme. That's a little extreme.
Yeah.
We grow up a little bit. Just a little wee bit.
Over time. And then we kind of regress.
I think I fight it harder than ever. And when I go back and hear shows like that, I think to myself, oh, okay, yeah. Why do we get softer as we get older? Why do we do this?
Sometimes it's more sentimental. And of course, you're asking the 500-year-old guy here. So when it comes to it, but yeah, we kind of get a little sentimental. We get a little bit stuck in our ways. We get a little bit of, be in the moment. And I think that's the beauty of a lot of your shows, are the fact that it captures that moment. Whatever thing we say, whether it's insightful, truthful, or just dumb as fuck.
Mm-hmm. The dumb as fuck is the best.
Yeah. It captures that moment and, in time. So.
Now, again, to tie this back to what we had talked about in last episode, the AI, I'm trying to find a large language model, an LLM, that is more sarcastic, has some humor. And so I'm wondering how far I can push ChatGPT now that it has memory. Can I tell it to remember that so-and-so says this is their one line that they always say, or this is the thing that they always do. These are the references that they bring up. So when I refer to that person, I want you to remember that this is what they do and this is what they say and this is how. So I think over the course of the next, 6 months, 8 months, a year, I'm going to be trying to train this thing to know as much as I can. But I'm really concerned that I might be giving the information to something that's not going to be
relevant,
as sarcastic and bring back what I want. The fact that it can do it is fine, but I think right now I pay for this stuff. So what I want is give me an unfiltered version of this thing. Let me say fuck to this. Let me talk about thumbing girls' buttholes with this. Let me talk about,
There's got to be one out there.
And yeah, and I want to be able to speak to this thing like I know, like people's talk. When I leave here, I talk to that Pi app. Pi is kind of fun. I don't know if I've ever mentioned it on the show. And that one, because it tries to be clever. It'll like say jokey type shit. So I'll start a new thread here. And I'll just ask it something. I'll put it on the speaker here.
A lot of things always do the beta test, and that's where you can get the unlocked version. And I know it's more towards Android when it comes to apps and things like that.
It's a little more free and unlocked.
Right. Yeah. And once you can figure that out, on the beta test group, because as much as you want to do it, I'm sure somebody in some corporate desk somewhere wants somebody to do this for them to see where it can go. I mean, let's face it.
I mean, at this point, I just want it to be able to read the show notes that I've created over the course of the last 20 years. But it's getting smart enough now where the transcriptions are like Apple transcribes every word of your podcast now. It's crazy. Even the older version, I'll go back and listen to old shows, and it's word for word like it's reading karaoke. As I'm talking and saying it, it's like, but it's showing it. So it's just nuts, man.
And the other night too, with just the regular app, Chat GPT, that I was watching something, a little poem line came through my head, and it was like, all right, I think I nailed it, and then let me see what it can do with it. And it kind of flipped a few words, and it made it a little bit better. I posted it on Retro. There, the
I saw that. Yeah, I read that. Yep.
Yeah. So I mean, but most of that meat was my words. There were only a few things that it kind of tweaked on it. So I was like, all right, it's kind of capturing, and I just put poem at the front of it. So
see, here's the thing: a lot of people look at it as okay, it's going to take creative jobs in your job, you're eliminating this, eliminating that. Now, for me, I was always an artist. Like it comes easy to me to be an artist. I struggle when it comes to the writing side of stuff. What this has done, this has opened up. I'm less timid now, writing out what I think and feel in my thoughts, because I'm typing it all out, and then I give it to it and say, hey, grammar check this, spell check this. How can I make this more efficient? Can you make this a little shorter? You know, you it's like having an editor and a copywriter and somebody there to check all this stuff. Where before I just would have been like, I'm not going to write that because I'm not so much embarrassed that I might have a comma in the wrong place or whatever it is. But it's like I used to hang out with photographers that were just amazing award-winning photographers. It would almost be intimidating for me to go and shoot with them. If my buddy who lives up north, it was like, hey, let's grab a camera and go shoot, I'd be like, I don't know, I can't shoot as good photos as you. You know, it's in the same thing probably works with my ex-wife used to tell us all the time. She goes, I like to design stuff, but I feel like you're going to sit there and critique my designs all the time because that's what you do for a living. So what this does for me is I think it's going to push people. Everybody's like scared and frightened of it, but I think you're going to come up with stuff. If you're a strong writer, it's only going to make you stronger, and it's going to catch stuff that you're not going to catch. And if you've always wanted to delve into doing art and stuff like that, you technically got a leg up because you can describe what you want because you're a writer and give it to it to make the thing that you're thinking. So it could be a win-win.
Writers, I definitely see where this is stronger to benefit from versus a visual artist when you're doing paint, color, and everything, especially if you're doing abstract, as you know, versus just painting a picture of say like a butterfly. Because when you're doing a butterfly, there's only so much you can do with that item, object, whatever, with it. When it comes to words, as we've already done, like for songs and things like that, you can put down, what, female voice, it's country, ballad.
Have you seen the Udio? I showed you Suno, but the Udio is the other one where it will do. You can tell it to make a song that sounds like the Rolling Stones, and it's just like it just comes up with it. It's like what the fuck? It's like crazy.
The new Motley Crue song that just came out with.
Does it sound like AI?
Well, no.
Is it a better version of Vince Neil?
Yeah, that's what they're actually saying, that the vocals are probably Vince Neil AI'd.
Really? Yeah.
They're getting called out for it. I mean, everything else it's more like a 6 a.m. song than it, from Nikki Sixx deal versus a Motley Crue song. They're trying to compete, of course, with, Mick Mars and everything else.
Oh, yeah, I heard about this. Yeah.
Yeah. So but Vince is already getting called out because his vocals are shot.
His vocals are awful.
No different than using audio tune and the whole lip syncing, which, again, audio tune and effects on vocals. But I used to be a sound man. It's been around forever.
When it gets dicey, though, is when you take someone else's voice like that and then, okay, so who owns it? It's pretty much who came out first. But if they say that he's doing that, I predict, because Bon Jovi goes through the same thing. Bon Jovi, I think, just got some vocal.
Yep. Watched that Hulu deal. I just watched what he's doing for his vocal cords.
He's on Howard Stern like right now as we speak. I started listening to it this morning, but I paused it to come out here, and I'm gonna pick up on it when I head into work. But at some point, it's going to be built right into the mic. You're going to be able to train this thing, give it to the microphone, and it doesn't matter if you get some gravelly voiced female sitting in this microphone.
How you doing? What's happening?
Wazowski, where's your paperwork? When you do, they're the microphone and the technology is gonna convert that going through the line to whoever you want to sound like. I could sound like Ernie Harwell. I could sound like Vince Scully doing play-by-play. You've seen this where Metallica's doing like Miley Cyrus songs and stuff on Instagram and all these things. Yeah, can you imagine being James Hetfield and watching that and going like, well, that's fucking crazy.
And there's those mashup twos where you get, and you do see it now on YouTube where it's somebody taking somebody's song, mixing it with the two, they're putting their own beat to it and everything else. And yes, they got to put that little disclaimer underneath when they're posting it, that I don't own the rights or whatever, but they're benefiting off of the hits. And that's the thing. The more people that go to your channel, go to your page, watch it, and that's how you get your advertising. That's how you fucking make money, because it's all about making money.
And well, I'll tell you this, man. If somebody, I can tell, and right now, the podcast we're listed on a million websites out there, and they're advertising all over these websites. There are people who are making money off of our stupid shit here. There's no doubt. People have made money just by gobbling up the free shows that we put out there. And I can tell you firmly I have made less than $1,000 on this podcast over the course of this 20 years. Because I don't want to make money doing this. I want to make sure it's fun. I want to make sure I keep doing it. As soon as it starts to become like, oh shit, this is a fucking money making monster machine. I got to worry about taxes and having a business and doing all these things. It's like, fuck that shit. I don't want anything to do with that nonsense. I want this to be, I feel like recording. I'm going to get up and go and record. And I mean, that's why the room's built. It's just we can come in here, bring some hot bitches, and see if their titties will come out.
I don't think that's ever happened when I've been on here, to be honest.
You've never had titties come out in here?
No. The most that's happened is the massage that happened on the chair. But anyway.
Strip club. We've always. And here's what's more.
I've heard stories.
I'll tell you this right now. Here's what's more fucked up. Okay, there were more titties getting whipped out here when I was married than since I've been single. I could have as many titties as I fucking want here. Nothing is keeping me from as many titties as I want in here.
Yep. But for the titties to come out, they got to feel like, ooh, I can do this, and it'll tease him and tantalize him. It's like there's no barrier. There's a comfort level.
Yeah. Oh yeah. There's. I remember the one time a tiny dancer came in, and she said, I go, what kind of panties you got on? And she stands up, she turns around, undoes her pants, pulls her pants down. As she's doing that, I grab my phone. And I have video of this, and I pulled it up, and I'm shooting video of it, right? And she turns back around. She's like, "No pictures." I'm like, "Okay, I'm shooting a video.
Too late.
It's not even a picture. No pictures. I mean, come on.
Yep.
This is the kind of thing. Okay, I was going to ask you about this because we do the AI talk, we do the virtual creating of a human being talk earlier.
Yeah.
Where are the women doing any of this? Are the women doing any of this?
I would think that there's got to be just as much women doing creativity. It can't be all just men.
Creativity for sure, but who's the male equivalent of this Aitana Lopez? This is not out of our demographic, and this kind of goes back to what I was saying too about like we don't care about that because we're not looking for that. Name an WNBA player right now that isn't Caitlin Clark.
Oh, Swoops. What was their name? Swoops? Yeah.
Okay.
But no, I mean,
okay, come on. I can name more women's softball players than I can a WNBA player. You know why? Because baseball's fucking awesome. And that Alex Storako chick, she's a fucking smoke show hottie. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Women, guys support guys' sports. Women, get on that shit. It's not my job to make sure that your sport survives. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not. That's why this show. This is my thing. I got to make this show survive.
Yeah. That's why you have dumbasses like me come in.
You're not a dumbass. You're bringing good topics in here, man. It's good shit.
Challenging you.
I am going to the Tigers game today.
Fuck, nice.
Yes. So I got to get rocking and rolling. So go get some fucking work done and. I'm trying to get out. They moved yesterday's game to today, doubleheader today.
Sweet.
So I have the chance to go to both games, but there's no way I'm going to be able to. The first game starts like 3:40 in the afternoon. So
yeah.
Final words. Let's do it, man. AI, you gotta love it.
Hopefully, no balls to your face today at the Tigers game,
or ever.
Happy birthday again to the Duke.
The Duke, happy birthday. I'm glad you brought that up. That was good to get him on for a split second. Yeah. So. Be prepared, peoples. There's more stuff coming here. We're going to be doing some more. I think one of these mornings we're going to go live where you can hear us, and we'll share it out so everybody can do that. We can tantalize people and try to get them to call in while we're doing it live. That's always the best because I can get the iPad set up, and if I see a call, I can just hit it, and bam, they can come right in.
Bring it.
So, all right. I'm the Kid. This is the Goin Deep Show. Thank you guys for listening in. We love you a long time. Hit 8hole.com. Also hit Goin Deep Show, the GDS, all that. Studio at Goin Deep Show. We'll see you soon, everybody. Chill. Till the next one.